shot by Buddha. Facebook Gaming in the building.
Into the end zone! Five Nations, stand up!
We here, man. It is NFL Draft Eve 2026. A lot of things can change tomorrow. We're 24 hours away from seeing who will be the first picks in the first round of next year's draft. A lot of teams with multiple first round picks. And now I'm finally ready to reveal, if y'all haven't seen the cover photo of, we started way back in that first 4-game stretch when we knew that Brian Callahan was gone. If you've been in my stream, if you follow my content on all social media platforms, you know we've been doing mock drafts and looking at college players and looking at tape all year because we knew this season was cooked. But I'm finally ready to say it. I'm going on record saying if Arvell Reese is there at 4, the Titans will pick him. I do not think he will be there at 4. I think he has the most. I've been saying long term, I think he'll be the best edge rusher in the group. However, you may get more out of David Bailey and Ruben Bain out the gate. I think he's the most talented. And I think if he falls to 4, the Titans take him. I think if he's not there, Jeremiah Love is a Tennessee Titan. Y'all know how I feel about running backs in the running game. I cried about it ever since Derrick Henry been gone in my own personal way. So I think these are the guys that are on the Tennessee Titans board. I think a contingency plan would be David Bailey if he falls to 4, or they'll trade back. That's just what I think. Titans pick at 4, 35, 66, 101. They got 9 picks. I think Will Levis may be a draft night trade, or we might see some people get traded today. That is my thoughts. Sheed in the building. In shambles, Nick. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just a shop talk, man. We just having some fun. That's what shop talk is. Where people, I was gonna say men, where people show up to talk and go back and forth about things. They're working training, but we here 2 times. What up? One more day, KT. Comedy. You only got 1 more day of mock drafts, man. The Jets want Arvell Reese. Who knows what the Jets want to do? They said that they canceled their meeting and it had nothing to do with whether they was gonna pick Bailey or not. I think the Jets is taking Arvell Reese, and I think somebody else will trade up to take David Bailey at 3. I think the Tennessee Titans will wind up with Jeremiah Love. I think that's what happens. Unless somebody pulls a switcheroo and Arvell Reese and Jeremiah Love are picked, I just don't see them sticking and picking Sonny Styles. I just don't see it. Chronic fan in the building. What's popping? My boy said offensive tackle for the Bears at 25. There will be some good ones that will fall if you get a run on skill position players up until that point. Yeah, no more memes and trash out here, man. All right. Or possible trade up. Here we go. Next, Kayvon Thibodeau. If y'all remember back when I said Kayvon Thibodeau, y'all remember he was leading the charge of players that I wanted the Titans to get, and then they got Jermaine Johnson. I said, well, that is from the same draft. I will take it. It's a former first-round guy. He's young. Kayvon Thibodeau is 25. He's due his franchise club option. They took the 5th. They took the option on him where he's going to be getting paid $14 million this upcoming season, and If Arden Key is $10 million and Draymond Jones is $10 million, and we gave $20 million for Jadeveon Clowney for 14 solo tackles, and you just go down the lines of the free agent veterans we bought in, I think I'd take Kayvon Thibodeau in a 4th round pick swap, and give him the $14 million and have him and Jermaine Johnson on contract seasons. If they play well, we pay them. We get a discount. If they don't play well, you don't lose much, because it's the same as you would pay a veteran to come in and be a rotational pass rusher. Then you have a bunch of guys that are young that you could build. Femi would be young in year 2. You have Jermaine Johnson and Kayvon Thibodeau, both around about 25 years old. And just to put it in perspective, Akeem Mesidor is already 25. next to Ruben Bain. So if you drafting Mesidor is already the same age, except for Kayvon and Jermaine Johnson been playing in the NFL for the last 3 years. Those are my thoughts. We can continue to go on. Last stream we did people that we thought would be traded, and then this stream, our final predictions of where I think the Tennessee Titans will go will be a lot similar to the last mock draft that I did that's already out. Obviously if you get Arvell Reese, I think the Tennessee Titans next pick would be an offensive lineman or a wide receiver. Depending on who falls, I think you got to take best player available in that situation. And then if they go Jeremiah Love, I expect them to go offensive line or defense at edge rusher in their second stretch, which I would probably say edge would be the second pick if they took Jeremiah Love. The only interesting thing is the Titans pick at 35, 66, and 101. From 66 to 101, it's going to be a lot of good players, and it's a lot of space. You have to really think about, would the Titans do it again and trade out of 35 to pick up an additional pick in between 66 and 101. Midday angry string. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Trash can. What up? Aaron C. Draft tomorrow night. It is draft eve. He said Love to Titans or Bailey. I think Arvell Reese has more potential than David Bailey. These are my two picks. I think if Arvell Reese is on the board, I think the Titans take them. I think if he's off the board, I think Jeremiah Love would be best player available. Personally. Q. Love the hat. This is last year's draft hat, and then the picture on the stream is this year's draft hat. Notice they put the NFL draft pin on that hat. This hat right here, the fitted hats had a Music City guitar on it, which I really wanted. I wish I could just find a hat that has the pin on it and take it and put on this hat. This is last year's draft hat. I need to find a white one as well. I know it's probably somewhere on sale because the logo changed, but the new logo and the new hats is fire, bro. I don't care what nobody else got to say about it. What's the word, Jay? Not angry, just turned up, just passionate. All right, so those are my predictions. That's how I think it's gonna go. I honestly, I'm so excited. I'm ready for some draft day trades. I'm ready for some, like last year we got Tyler Lockett the day before the draft, and we thought it was a good move until it wasn't. So it's gonna be interesting to see who makes moves leading up to the draft, feeling uneasy about whatever they're gonna be able to get tomorrow. And then, like I've said before many times, last year all 32 teams had their pick. This year you got a handful of teams that got multiple first round picks, and there's a lot of people that's going to be looking to move around. You got to think about the teams that are going all in to win this year and how they're going to approach the draft versus teams that are looking to rebuild with new coaches, because half the league has new coaches. Like literally half the league has new coaches. I doubt it, trash can. I'll probably find it online for sale one day and just snatch it. Man, LeBron looked awesome last night to be at over 40 years old with no Austin Reeves and no Luka Doncic the way LeBron played last night. Sheesh. El Marco was popping. All right. What's y'all draft predictions for y'all team? This is where we're going to lock y'all in. We're not going to let y'all slither and snake y'all way out of it like Pooh Shiesty. You're not getting out of this contract. You're not putting us at gunpoint and robbing us. Allegedly. We're not signing a contract. I need to see right now for your team. I need you to put in the chat your team and the person that they're going to select in the draft. I don't need y'all to try to weasel y'all way out of this. I've selected mine. I said if Arvell Reese is on the board, he gets selected. And if he's not there, Jeremiah Love. And if neither one of them are there, I think the Titans trade back. It's my honest predictions. But it could get so spicy if the Tennessee Titans was able to send a 4th round pick for Kayvon Thibodeau and have Jermaine Johnson, Kayvon Thibodeau, Femi Oladejo, and Martin as your designated edge rushers with Jeffrey Simmons and John Franklin Myers in the middle, the Tennessee Titans could completely approach their draft differently when it gets there. That could truly go best player available, and that would be so dirty and so nasty because they got the money to do it, and they got the draft capital to do it. Because even if they trade a 4th round pick, or even if they had to bite the bullet and send a 3rd round pick for Kayvon, they still could trade Will Levis and get that pick back. He said, y'all taking not just a running back. If you get a chance as a team that's developing to draft a Bijan Robinson, a Jahmyr Gibbs, a Christian McCaffrey, a Saquon Barkley, you can take him. LeBron definitely did his thing. Tennessee Titans, Jeremiah Love. Arizona Cardinals will draft a quarterback at 20. You think they'll trade back in to get Ty Simpson? Now that's actually a really good take. If the Cardinals traded out of 3, and let's say the Cardinals traded with the Cowboys traded up to 3 and went after David Bailey, and then the Cardinals dropped back to 12 and 20, and then drafted one player, and then turn around and draft Ty Simpson with the 2nd. That would be dirty. I'll give you that, sheet. He said his Baltimore Ravens at 14 is taking Sadiq or Jordan Tyson. That would be nasty for the Ravens. A true weapon for Lamar Jackson. He said Giants taking Sonny Styles, Caleb Downs, and Jordan Tyson. Wow. He said all of them. Y'all got the picks to do it. Y'all got 5 and 10. You're going to get 2 of them. I think at 5 and 10, you could get 2 of those. Diehard Laker. Giants most likely not trading Tibbs after trading RDT. That's 2 different positions. The Giants have Brian Burns and Abdul Carter. Brian Burns had like almost a career year last year, and Abdul Carter in year 2 is going to be expected to play like the top pick that he was. I don't see them paying Abdul Carter, paying Brian Burns, and paying Thibodeau, because I mean they moved on. And then you got to remember, creation. Who is your defensive coordinator? Your defensive coordinator is Denard Wilson. He just came from the Tennessee Titans. He likes a 3-man front. So they're gonna be playing more than likely a 3-man front in New York. And it's a lot of it's pretty deep at D tackle this year too. Like Lee Hunter, dude from Ohio State, like they're gonna be D tackles on the board. Because contrary to popular belief, all the Bengal fans that was on my neck for the past week for my podcast about that trade, they swear up and down that Dexter Lawrence is like some superior pass rusher. How many sacks did Dexter Lawrence have last year? Just asking for a friend. I think getting a run stuffer that can be aggressive in the middle should be easy to replace. Rams mess around and change the board and draft quarterback at 13, so the Cardinals miss out. I think the Rams are all in. I don't think they spend the 1st round pick on a QB. I think the Rams traded their lowest 1st round pick and got McDuffie, one of the best corners in the league. I think they go after a true weapon at 13. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon is on the board for the Rams at 13. I can see the Rams going to getting a true goon to go with Puka and Tay. We trading Kayvon Thibodeau for that 4th pick. Now you doing too much. Now pass the blunt. Let me get high. Richard. He said half a sack. Exactly. Now, see, I be having cards and I don't be wanting to spank people, because if I spank y'all in the chat too bad, y'all will start not liking me and stuff because I'll be too right. Now, when I told you, you just traded a top 10 pick for a run stuffer. No, he rushes the passer with half a sack. This man doesn't even have a whole sack in 18 weeks, 17 games. Man has half a sack. He's in Denard Wilson's defense, so he's gonna get duo block because Denard Wilson don't help his D tackles that much.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Miami Dolphins select Jordan Tyson and Keldrick Falk out of Auburn. That'd be a nasty draft. He gone. Got to get Willis a receiver to throw the ball to. He gonna be gone by then. Say the Giants gonna get him. D4 was popping. Robert Red said afternoon. I think the Jets gonna take RVL reset too. I think the Jets take RVL reset too. I really do. I think the Jets take RVL reset too. Becker, y'all got a backup quarterback out there telling y'all how much money y'all need to pay him. What are y'all doing, Becker? Y'all trading out? I think y'all trading out with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys gonna give y'all 12 and 20 for David Bailey at 3, and y'all gonna have 12 and 20, and then you pick one player. Becker, tell me who the player is. Second player, number 20 is Ty Simpson. Hey man.
Hey man. You like Dr. Pepper?
Hey man. I just want to know, chat. I just want to know how many sacks did it say Dexter Lawrence, the super interior pass rusher for the Giants was last year? Half a sack? 14 solos? What are you talking about? 2.5, 4, 2.5, 7.5, 4.5, 9, half a 1, 30.5 sacks in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. 4 sacks a year. It's an impressive pass rusher from the interior. Pastor Blunt. He say Geno ain't it. I can see the Jets taking the shot next year because they got so many. Jets got like 3 first-round picks next year. I think the Jets go after one next year. I think the Jets should be the one trying to trade to get Anthony Richardson or Will Levis to sit behind Geno Smith and then draft a QB next year. Yeah, that's what I think about the Cardinals though. Giants playing with house money right now. They better not sell the bag. At 5-10, Lil D, they gotta win. 100%. If they trade out of 3 to get 2 first rounders, the second will be Ty Simpson. I think so too. I can also see them trading with Kansas City to get 9 and 29. Wouldn't you want 12 and 20 before 9 and 29? But I mean, I take either one of them. If I'm the Cardinals, for sure, fleece the Bengals. I mean, James, like, just to think that the Browns got pick 6 and 24 and they weren't going to give a first round pickup to get Dexter Lawrence, they were going to give a second. Who cleared to play this season, Q? Yeah, I mean, Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, you could throw a day 3 pick to get them to sit behind Geno and burn your first 2 picks on best player available. If I'm the Jets, I'm taking RVL Reese, and then I turn around at that second pick and go pick me a stud on offense, whether it's a tight end, whether it's a wide receiver, or you know. I don't think we can get a third for Will Levis. I think we could get like a 4th or a 5th. Pop, you know, even if it's a 6th round pick, you got to take it. Giants hit Bengals with that Fleece Johnson. Lack, what's popping? Corey. Hey, Corey got every piece of new Titan gear that ever existed. My boy dropped. It took 3 pictures to show all his new Titan gear. But that's what I'm talking about, man. What's your favorite piece out of all the pieces you got, though? That red hoodie you got. Oh, my goodness. I'd rather take Dallas 2 first, but can't get too greedy with not too many teams looking to trade up. Because there's so many teams that have 2 first, or teams that, like, what's interesting is I'm going to say the biggest fleece of the offseason wasn't even the Giants fleece. It was the Ravens hitting the Euro step on the Raiders, getting Trey Henderson cheaper than Max Crosby, and getting both their first round picks back. Now the Ravens is back sitting at number 14. Ravens Euro step the Raiders, bro. Who taking Love like everybody looking at Reese and the linebacker? I'm going to tell you, sir. This how I see it. Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. I think the Jets take Arvell Reese. If Arvell Reese somehow falls to 4, the Titans going to take him. I think if the Jets get Arvell Reese, I think somebody, either the Chiefs or the Cowboys, will trade up at 3 to take David Bailey, and the Titans will be sitting there saying Jeremiah Love. I don't expect the Titans to draft Carnell Tate or Sonny Styles at 4. I don't think it's any value in it. And I think if everything just goes to shit, I think that's when the Tennessee Titans would trade out of 4 and be trying to get a receiver and an O-lineman in the first. Because if they got the Chiefs 9 and 29, I think you go. I think if Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson still on the board, you take one of them, and then with that last pick, you go O-lineman with the 29th pick in the first round. Or if it's an edge like Malachi Lawrence or somebody that you don't think is going to be there, or Keldrick Falk that's there that shouldn't be there, then you take one of those, or one of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to play it smart. But I do like the fact that Bergonzi said on the podcast the other day that he was ready to pick then. He didn't have to wait. I love it. However, if they decide to stay at 3, there's a rumbling that they pick Jeremiah Love and trade back in the first and take Ty Simpson. And if they do that, I hope that the Jets have taken David Bailey. If the Jets take David Bailey at 2 and the Cardinals take Jeremiah Love, give me Arvell Reese at 4, and we're gonna run to like a full-on sprint. I'm running a 4.340 to the podium to take Arvell Reese. Euro step, D. The red hoodie, but that pullover go crazy. But this new logo hoodie ain't came in yet. With the big logo on it, ooh. 8 teams got 2 first-round picks and 8 teams that don't have first-round picks. And a whole bunch of teams got new coaches and a whole bunch of teams that think that they're ready to make a run. Sonny Styles, Carnell Tate jumped like on the draft board. That's because when Jordan Tyson couldn't work out, it made Carnell Tate the number 1 receiver. And he's an outside receiver. But I think if he's healthy, I think Jordan Tyson is above Carnell Tate, though. Move time to 6 minutes. Oh, we're not on day 3. We just on day 1, Statman. Once the Jets pick at 2, that's when the draft. Like last year, I told y'all the draft started with the Browns, and the Browns got Mason Graham, and they got the Jags first round pick. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of, if you trade him back, that's what you want. Now the Browns got the quarterback. Like, that's why I told you about last year. The Browns held the key to the draft because some kind of way they got the Jaguars first this year, plus they first. They got 6 and 24. They got Mason Graham and Shador. They took a loss on Dylan Gabriel, but got Harold Fanning, Quinshawn Judkins, and Dylan Sampson. So, however it was, I felt like the Browns finessed the top of the draft last year. And I think if you're looking at the top of this draft, we all feel like the Raiders is taking Mendoza. And at 2, the Jets hold the key to the draft. Are the Jets going to go David Bailey? Are they going to go Arvell Reese? Are they going to trick everybody and take Ruben Bain? Who knows what they're going to do up there? When you look at 3, the Cardinals are the wild card, like they was the year when the Texans got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson. The Cardinals kind of hold the key of, I think the Cardinals is the first team to trade out. I think the Cardinals trade out of 3 depending on what happens in front of them. But I fully expect it to be Mendoza, Arvell Reese, Cardinals trade out David Bailey. Titans are sitting there at 4 with Jeremiah Love on the board. But the Cardinals could pull a flim-flam and take Jeremiah Love at 3, and then the Titans would be either looking at Jeremiah Love or David Bailey. I think a lot of teams have done a lot of good job with misinformation and smoke screens to let nobody really know who nobody's picking. Zah, what up? I mean, the Browns finessed the draft last year. Browns got 6-24. The Chiefs got 9-29. Cowboys got 12-20. The Jets got 2-16. The Raiders would have had 1-14, but they got fleeced out of that. Dolphins, I think the Dolphins got like 11-20 something, 11-28, something like that. I don't know, but Dolphins got, I guess, a lot of teams. That then the Rams had 2 first. The Rams got the Falcons 13 and sent their draft pick to get McDuffie off the Chiefs. That's how the Chiefs got 2 first. So this is gonna be interesting. And then the Titans, my Titans have 4, 35, 66, 101, and they got 5 day 3 picks. And if they trade Will Levis, they could potentially have another 3rd through 6th rounder, depending on what the market looking like. I think with Anthony Richardson coming out too, it lowers the value of Will Levis a little bit, because if they're driving a hard bargain on Will Levis, like what's the difference between taking a shot at Anthony Richardson or Will Levis as your second quarterback who you just need to hold the roster spot? And if he turns out to be to bounce back like Geno Smith and Sam Darnold did when they got off the Jets, or like Baker Mayfield when he got off the Browns, like that's even more icing on the cake for somebody. But I think that's for the team that doesn't have the draft capital to get Ty Simpson if they're looking at a quarterback in this draft. Because, like, what would you rather do? Burn a first-round pick to try to hope that Ty Simpson... Because if you draft Ty Simpson, I don't want him to start day one. I want him to have some more time to learn, like kind of how Jackson Dart got to sit a little bit. I don't want to throw him to the wolves. So it's like, are you going to burn a first-round pick to sit a quarterback for first half of the season? Or would you throw like a 4th, 5th, or 6th round pick to get Anthony Richardson or Will Levis to see what they got for 1 year under better coaching? Because coaching matters, believe it or not. I truly feel the GM Austin Ford wants to take a right tackle on Ty Simpson. If Dallas or Kansas City give them their 2 first rounders, they need to immediately look at the best right tackle, Maui Noah or Miller or Fanu, then take Ty with the 2nd first rounder. I mean, that's a solid option if you're trying to just really truly rebuild a team. The fans might not like it, but that's a good step in the right direction, that you feel like they kind of got a handle on what they want to do in the future. Yeah, Corey, we in great shape. Whether Arvell Reese is there or whether Jeremiah Love is there, or if they like David Bailey and that's who they wanted all along, they played a good shadow game, or if they don't, when they get to 4, there's so many teams with 2 first round picks that you may be able to load up draft capital. But if they get 2 first round picks, let's say they got the Cowboys 12-20, or they got the Chiefs 9-29 and they trade it back. If you're the Titans, if I'm the Titans, I'm immediately saying, or if they got the Dolphins 2 first, I'm immediately saying I'm trading out at 35. I'm immediately looking at 30. Like if you get to pick twice in the first, trade out at 35, and let's say you trade back like last year to like 50, 66, 80, then 101, you swinging 5 times in the top 100, with the depth of this draft being from the back end of the first round all the way through like halfway through day 3. I think is you're going to be able to get solid contributors to your team. There is a lot of good talent spread out. Like the people that try to discredit this draft was the same one saying next year. No, when you look at this draft, there are like a handful of centers that could come in and start day 1. You're going to have good value if you're looking to add a tackle or guard, because this is one of those rare years. It's not a lot of tackles that people looking at in the top 10. So you're going to have a lot of run on O-linemen at the bottom end of the first round and to start the 2nd round. Linebackers, is some good linebackers that's going to wind up floating around. Some good defensive backs, depending on what, when you talk about getting to day 3 and it still may be more from Florida to Cario Davis, it's going to be some guys that's going to be there when you get to day 3 that you ain't going to, Dalen Everett. It's going to be some guys that wind up being out there. And then receivers, after you get past them first 6 that everybody loves, there's no guarantee that Chris Brossel, Zachariah Branch, Bell, Jacoby Lane, Jeremy Bernard. It's no guarantee that these guys won't turn into some studs. Like looking at Lad McConkey and AJ Brown, like some second round guys that wind up turning into ones. So it's gonna be interesting to see just how it falls out. I just think the Tennessee Titans have finally got their roster in a good position to where whatever happens, they can take best player available. And this roster as it sits right now, and cap space and draft picks, is better than it looked anytime the last 2 years. Now you saying you got a solid roster all across the board with the only holes that people feel like is right guard and center. But if you guaranteed to get Zeitler back, you really can kind of coast into this thing and just really develop your talent. Put one foot in front of the other. And you know Dallas wants to jump both Washington and New York. They truly do. Because now that the Giants got 2 first-round picks, if you Dallas at 12, what if the Dallas was thinking about Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs, and they sit and watch the Giants pick both of them? What if they thinking about Jordan Tyson and they're going to do something different with George Pickens and Sonny Styles, and the Giants get them both, you know, and the Commanders pick at 7 in between that? Like, they can sit and watch their whole division take 3 players off their board before they even get there. Like, making it that you got 2 first-round picks, like, even harder to draft people that's going to contribute to the Cowboys, who are in a win-now mode. Cowboys are not one of these teams that's looking to win 5 years from now. They're looking to win right now. Oh, Corey, if we trade and get 2 first-round picks, we're definitely trading out at 35 again. Because last year we traded, and it was Nick Emmanwori to the Seahawks, and we got Femi and Kevin Winston. It might not look good up front because Emmanwori won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks year 1, and Femi and Kevin Winston didn't play much. But you think about the future of what they could, you know, adding, you know, 2 guys who have really high talent to a roster that was depleted of talent. Tennessee Titans need talent. They need some guys that jump off the page, and I think now with Jeffrey Simmons, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, Femi, Cedric Gray coming back. Interesting to see how this draft goes as it affects Cody Barton, who could be better with more people around him. James Williams, what does he do? What is his role? More depth in the secondary with Alontae Taylor, Cordell Flott, Marcus Harris. Just kind of seeing what they choose to do. Rabbit, what up? Panthers been drafting good the last several years, and y'all to benefit from it. David Bailey heading Titans picks, and I'd rather have Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love. I'm making my statement today in front of the world. I make my statement that it's gonna be Arvell Reese or Jeremiah Love at 4. Now I could be completely fooled, and they take a completely different route. It could be David Bailey or a trade back, or it could be Carnell Tate. And it could always been Carnell Tate. Who knows what they decide to do? But either way, I like the position the Tennessee Titans are in. They now have the opportunity to pick best player available. They have plenty of draft capital. They have players that they could cut. They have players that they could trade. They've restructured all the contracts. Only person that's got to get paid is you probably extend Jeffrey Simmons and then Peter Skoronski early for next season. Like the Tennessee Titans, Mike Bergonzi, Robert Saleh, Dabo, Reggie McKenzie, Burke Nighthill, the CIA agent that they got in the front office, Chad Brinker. I mean, Ziegler, I think they've done a great job of putting it together. And I've been on record saying that I hope that it's Taylor Zarzer and Rhett Bryan as the voice of the Titans going forward. Big shoes to fill with Mike Keith and Coach Mack getting his wings. But I seen it how bowling on. Not a fan. I'd rather it be Rhett Bryan and Taylor Zarzer. But I ain't no hater. Running back at 4 is insane. We drafted Saquon High. Running back at 4 ain't insane when you consider what he is. Like a CMC, Jahmyr Gibbs, a Saquon Barkley, a Jeremiah Love, Bijan Robinson, what's the dude on the Raiders? I can't think of his name right now. Ashton Jeanty. When you put a guy with a offensive mind like Brian Daboll, where you got talent around him, You know, this is a person that's gonna catch 500 yards out the backfield and run for 1,000 yards. Tennessee Titans, since Derrick Henry have left, have nobody that can score touchdowns. Tennessee Titans have scored 30 points like 4 times in the last 4 years. They need people that can get the ball in the end zone. With Wandale, Jeremiah Love, and the tight ends that they added, I think they'll be able to score points. Tennessee Titans got to be able to score points. I don't care how good the defense is. At some point, they got to be able to score. And if you're not going to have a true number one wide receiver, you do have Ridley, you do have Wandale, you do have DK, you do have Aomana, you do have Restrepo, you do have Bryce Oliver, and they're going to draft some guys. But you don't have that Jay Jettis or Jamar Chase. You don't got that type of talent on the outside, so you got to be able to run it. You got to be able to get it in other playmakers' hands. Got to be able to get the tight ends involved to score points. Really looking forward to tomorrow, Rabbit. Wide receiver for first round. It's gonna be interesting to see. I think y'all in a good position to take best player available. Jacoby Lane at 66 in my mock draft, but I don't think they'll take him at 66. I don't think so. I got him. That's why I got him, but I don't think they'll take him at 66. Other starting right tackles, edge rushers, etc. This draft only has one unicorn, and that's Jeremiah Love. That's what I'm saying. Like, there ain't a Jeremiah Smith at wide receiver that you just gotta get him. You know, Kenyon Sadiq at tight end is a unicorn at his position, but there's no guarantee he's gonna be better than Colson Loveland or Tyler Warren. Why I keep wanting to call this boy Kraft from Green Bay, but you know, it's like you need somebody that's gonna impact the team and put a stamp. Jeremiah Love for a team. Traditionally, Tennessee Titans, Earl Campbell, Eddie George, Derrick Henry, Chris Johnson, DeMarco Murray. You know, like, listen, Jeremiah Love would fit in that mold, running back you of a team that's built around running the ball and playing defense. I love to have a Jeremiah Love jersey and be a Tennessee Titans with Jeremiah Love and Cam Ward. I think it takes so much pressure off of Cam, but it's gonna be interesting to see. We'll see what happens. That's a good run on Shop Talk. Tomorrow we'll be live for a draft party. We'll have some fun. I'll be in the building for it. Hope y'all ready, man. We'll be excited. NBA playoffs is going. We catching that as well. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Shout out to Darnell, man. Darnell gifted 5 gifted subs on YouTube yesterday. That's a blessing. The first person to really come in dumping gifteds that we monetize on YouTube. We still partnered on Facebook, even though Facebook gaming is gone away. That is the shop. We affiliated on Twitch and Kick. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure on these shop talks and these thrift content reels and these daily reels, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share. It's more than one way to support. And I just appreciate y'all, man. We've got to our initial goals. Now it's time to turn up a little bit, man. Let's have some fun with this draft party tomorrow. We're gonna be live on 4 platforms. This Shop Talk is gonna go up on YouTube. For those that missed it, you're gonna be able to go back and check it out. Check out any other YouTube podcasts that we drop pretty much every day. You can go in there and click on Shop Talk playlist and just let it rock. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. God first in the chat. And we out. Hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. Tap into the daily uploads at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you missed the live streams, you got picture-in-picture. And if I don't get to any questions during the live streams or the pods, drop them in the comments. I'll make it part of the weekly mailbag. You following on the blue, smash those reactions. I know you're OG. Hit that like, comment, share. Tap into the daily content that is the shop. If you're new to the shop, you definitely should be tapped in on the green. No ads, up to 50 emotes free for just being a follower. You do not have to be a supporter to unlock picture-in-picture, late night streams. Follow us on Kick. We also live on Twitch. Look out for the drops, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, it's free $99 to sub to the channel once a month. Don't let Jeff Bezos stick that money back in his pocket. If you don't use it on the shop, use it on another content creator that you like. I still call it Twitter, but follow us on X. We tweet back. If you missed the daily shop talks, make sure you tap in for the late night cap on the purple and the green. The Discord is always open. outside of subs, donos, and cash apps is also another way to support the content. That's by grabbing a trucker hat, a bandana, hoodies, the classic barbershop, Vibe Nation, right out of the official merch store on Tactic, formerly known as Geeks Unleashed. Code Buddha at checkout to